When your relationship plays out in the spotlight, keeping things private becomes nearly impossible, especially when the very person who once elevated your platform starts taking shots. That's the storm Jennifer and Christian Gold now find themselves in after Shaunie O'Neal threw pointed shade at their marriage, sparking backlash and forcing the couple to break their silence. Long accused of staying quiet amid growing tension, Jennifer and Christian have finally responded, and their reaction is anything but subtle. With Basketball Wives fans already buzzing and headlines catching fire, the drama has officially spilled over, turning what once seemed like reality TV tension into something far more personal, raw, and explosive. Shaunie O'Neal, executive producer and longtime powerhouse of the Basketball Wives franchise, recently stirred up major controversy with harsh remarks aimed directly at Jennifer and Christian Gold's marriage. And let's be clear, the couple wasn't about to sit back and let it slide. But what really unfolded beyond the cameras and cryptic posts? How did Jennifer and Christian clap back? And why is this rift striking a nerve with so many? This feud isn't just about hurt feelings or petty drama. It's about defending dignity, preserving reputations, and standing up for truth when the spotlight starts to distort reality. In today's video, we're pulling back the curtain on the exact comments from Shaunie O'Neal that ignited a firestorm of backlash, words that didn't just sting, but shook the very foundation of Jennifer and Christian Gold's public image. We'll break down the couple's bold and unfiltered response, explore how it's sending shockwaves through the Basketball Wives world, and dig into the deeper layers of this feud. From behind-the-scenes relationship dynamics to long-simmering tensions and the quiet power plays at work, this is about more than just drama. It's about legacy, loyalty, and what happens when private battles become public spectacle. Plus, we'll look ahead at what all this could mean for the future of the show and for Jennifer and Christian's life off-screen. You won't believe the revelations that have recently come to light, because this is where the story takes a sharp turn and dives deep into uncharted territory. If you're after the unfiltered truth and exclusive insights from behind the curtain, stick around. This saga is only just beginning. To fully understand why Jennifer and Christian Gold responded with such intensity, we have to rewind and unpack what Shaunie O'Neal actually said and why her words hit so hard. Shaunie, known not just as the executive producer of Basketball Wives, but also as its driving force and original icon, recently made remarks that sent shockwaves through both fans and cast alike. In a high-profile interview and across her social media platforms, she insinuated that Jennifer and Christian's marriage was more performative than genuine. With comments like, "Not everything in the spotlight is real," and "Some relationships are just for the cameras," Shaunie painted a picture that many viewed as a calculated attack, particularly harmful given the couple's recent decision to open up publicly about the real struggles and growth within their relationship. These weren't just throwaway statements. They carried the weight of influence, and for Jennifer and Christian, they felt like a deeply personal betrayal. The backlash was immediate. Fans, fellow cast members, and even industry insiders quickly rallied, calling out Shaunie for overstepping and using her platform to undermine rather than uplift. Jennifer didn't wait to address it either. In an emotionally charged interview, she opened up about the pain of being publicly judged by someone she once trusted, saying, "To have our marriage questioned like that, especially now, felt incredibly hurtful and unfair." Christian too responded with vulnerability, emphasizing that while no relationship is perfect, theirs is real and worth defending. He spoke candidly on social media, reminding followers that what you don't see are the private battles, the conversations at 2 a.m., the effort we put in when no one's watching, but what motivated Shaunie to say what she did. According to multiple sources close to production, this isn't just about one interview. It's the culmination of mounting friction between the Golds and Shaunie behind the scenes. Over time, differences in creative direction, personal values, and visions for the future of the show have built up, creating a simmering tension that finally erupted. Some insiders even speculate that Shaunie's comments were a strategic move, an attempt to maintain her grip on the franchise as newer personalities like Jennifer and Christian rise in popularity and influence. The fallout wasn't just emotional, it was professional. Sources say that after the remarks went viral, Jennifer and Christian made it clear during internal production talks that they wouldn't continue to tolerate being sidelined or misrepresented. They began pushing for more control over how their story was told and demanded accountability for what they saw as calculated undermining. This reportedly led to uncomfortable moments on set, as other cast members found themselves caught in the middle, with loyalties split and the show's once stable dynamics thrown into uncertainty. This conflict has revealed a much deeper power struggle. Shaunie has long stood at the center of Basketball Wives, both as a character and as the force behind the scenes. Her influence is significant, shaping narratives and steering the show's direction. But Jennifer and Christian, with a growing fan base and strong media presence of their own, are beginning to challenge that authority. Their push for autonomy isn't just about creative freedom. It's about rewriting the rules and redefining what it means to be part of the franchise. In many ways, this isn't just a feud. It's a reflection of shifting tides, with newer voices refusing to play by the old script. And the fans? They've made their opinions loud and clear. Social media lit up with hashtags like and Team Gold, and Shaunie Shade, with people passionately debating who crossed the line. Some praise Jennifer and Christian for standing their ground and exposing the politics behind the reality TV curtain. Others sympathized with Shaunie, viewing her as a producer simply doing her job, keeping things raw and real. To fully grasp how we got here, though, we need to look further back. From the beginning, Jennifer and Christian entered the Basketball Wives universe as newcomers, outsiders trying to carve out space in a world dominated by Shaunie and her tight-knit circle. There were subtle signs from the start: cool shoulders, unexplained edits, and behind-the-scenes resistance. Jennifer, always outspoken and unafraid to push back, challenged the show's narrative direction, demanding that her story be told with honesty and depth. That approach won her support from fans, but likely ruffled feathers among the show's leadership. Over the seasons, tensions surfaced in subtle and not-so-subtle ways. In one standout moment from season 10, Jennifer confronted Shaunie directly about how scenes involving her relationship were being cut and shaped. She accused the production team, under Shaunie's leadership, of manipulating their story for drama, making their marriage look fragile and manufactured. Shaunie defended her choices as part of the editing process, but to many, her dismissive tone signaled a deeper rift, one rooted not just in professional disagreement, but personal resentment. Sources close to the show say that Shaunie began to feel threatened by the Gold's rising popularity and their growing influence outside the series. Meanwhile, Jennifer and Christian felt increasingly boxed in, portrayed as caricatures rather than complex people with a real bond. That frustration only deepened when they tried to expand their brand beyond the show, seeing their efforts met with what they felt was resistance, even sabotage. All of this, the interviews, the posts, the reactions, isn't just about reality TV. It's about power, influence, and who gets to control the narrative. For Jennifer and Christian, this fight isn't only about clearing their name. It's about reclaiming their voice in a space where stories are often curated for maximum drama, not truth. And for Shaunie, it may be about protecting a legacy she spent years building, while navigating what it means to share the spotlight with rising stars who no longer fit the mold. The ripple effect has touched every corner of the franchise. Cast members are taking sides, production is walking a tightrope, and fans are watching with bated breath to see what's next. Yet even in the middle of all this chaos, there are flickers, brief moments when it seems like reconciliation might be possible. Despite everything, Jennifer and Shaunie have shown glimpses of mutual respect, suggesting that this feud, as intense as it is, might not be beyond repair. Still, one thing is clear: this is no ordinary reality TV drama. This is a layered, emotional, and high-stakes battle for control, respect, and the truth. And it's far from over. Whether those recent olive branches lead to true healing or simply stir up more chaos remains uncertain. But one thing is clear: what happens next could redefine not just a feud, but the future of Basketball Wives itself. As tensions between Jennifer and Christian Gold and Shaunie O'Neal continue to ripple, across the show's foundation, fans and insiders alike are asking a pressing question: where does the franchise go from here? For years, Basketball Wives has been a cornerstone of reality TV, with Shaunie O'Neal at its helm, shaping the cast, curating the drama, and controlling the tone. Her leadership has made her virtually inseparable from the brand. But now, the emergence of Jennifer and Christian Gold as influential voices, unafraid to challenge the status quo, signals a seismic shift. This isn't just cast drama, it's a power struggle that could usher in a new era or fracture the show as we know it. Industry whispers suggest that the series is standing at a major crossroads. Double down on the traditional hierarchy with Shaunie firmly in command, or evolve to reflect the changing dynamics by giving newer stars like the Golds more influence over their storylines. Either path comes with serious stakes. A shakeup in the cast could be imminent. With rising friction behind the scenes, there's speculation that Shaunie might move to limit Jennifer and Christian's role, or that the couple may walk away altogether if they feel silenced. On the production side, there's growing momentum around shifting creative control. Some insiders report that conversations are already underway about bringing in additional producers or restructuring the way the show is shaped, allowing cast members more say to prevent future fractures and retain authenticity. From a business standpoint, Basketball Wives is currently riding a wave of heightened attention, thanks to the ongoing tension between Shaunie O'Neal and Jennifer and Christian Gold. The controversy has sparked renewed interest in the franchise, creating a buzz that hasn't been seen in recent seasons. Social media platforms have become hotbeds of debate, with hashtags trending, fan theories circulating, and thousands of viewers re-engaging with the show. This level of digital engagement is a goldmine for producers and networks. It translates directly into ratings boosts, increased ad revenue, and potential opportunities for brand partnerships and spin-off content. However, turning short-term intrigue into long-term success is far more complicated. Sustaining this renewed viewer interest will require a delicate balancing act. While fans are undeniably drawn to the drama, they are equally turned off by toxicity that feels forced, manipulative, or emotionally exhausting. The appeal of reality television lies in its mix of unpredictability and authenticity. Viewers want to feel like they're watching real people with real emotions, not manufactured chaos for ratings' sake. If the Shaunie versus Golds feud escalates beyond repair, or if it starts to dominate every aspect of the show, the risk of fatigue is real. Audiences are quick to disengage when the narrative feels one-dimensional or overly toxic. More importantly, if central figures like Jennifer and Christian were to leave due to feeling marginalized or misrepresented, it could severely destabilize the cast dynamics and alienate their growing fan base. That could have long-term implications for the show's brand and credibility, especially as the couple has successfully cultivated their own loyal following across social media and other platforms. On the flip side, if producers can channel this moment into more balanced storytelling, acknowledging the drama but also giving space for resolution, growth, and layered character development, they could set the stage for a new and stronger phase of the franchise. This could mean giving cast members more control over their narratives, introducing new talent that aligns with shifting viewer expectations, and leveraging the power of digital media to build stronger audience relationships. Reality TV today exists in a much more interactive landscape than it did a decade ago. Fans don't just watch, they comment, create content, start discussions, and hold producers accountable. In this environment, authenticity and emotional nuance are not just desirable, they're essential for survival. Viewers want characters they can root for, stories that reflect real-life complexity, and casts that feel both relatable and aspirational. Ultimately, the business success of Basketball Wives moving forward depends on whether the team behind it can evolve with the times. It's not enough to rely on legacy figures or recycled drama. The challenge now is to maintain engagement by delivering meaningful storytelling, without losing the spark that made the show a cultural touchstone in the first place. Social media, too, is playing a massive role in this unfolding chapter. Platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube have allowed Jennifer and Christian to bypass traditional media channels and speak directly to their audience. Through raw posts, heartfelt videos, and behind-the-scenes glimpses, they've cultivated a loyal following that sees them as more than just TV characters. They're real people reclaiming their voice. Fan-led hashtags and commentary are shaping public opinion, holding producers accountable, and even influencing casting decisions. In short, Basketball Wives is facing a pivotal moment. The balance of power is shifting, and how the show adapts, or fails to, could determine its future. Whether it leans into evolution or clings to tradition will not only affect its longevity, but also how genuinely it connects with the viewers it was built to entertain.